Morning and welcome to Patriot Press Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Isaac Summers.
And I'm Hudson Glavitz. On today's show, we'll be checking in on trending topics, local news here at Northern, and of course, lots of student opinions.
But our lead story today. Last Tuesday, fire alarms began blaring in the school, but this one was not a drill, as commonly practiced. To the knowledge of very little, a fire allegedly broke out somewhere in the school. Reporter Myjoy DeRoche has the details.
On March 17th, 2026, we had an unplanned half-day because of a supposed fire in the building. We've spoken to Northern administration and can confirm.
There was not a fire.
The incident began around the end of 5th period when lights around the school started to go out. SMECO, who provides CCPS with electricity, reported an outage that day. There's reason to believe that the outage had to do with the heavy rain and high winds from the night before. After the lights went out, Dr. Simmons made an announcement to the school about what was happening. About 35 minutes later, students and staff report smelling smoke in the back of the cafeteria and in the lower level of the school.
Today was crazy. I smelled smoke in the cafeteria, and then I'm like, something weird's going on. The power went out, it was all black, and then next thing I know, the fire alarm went off, and now we're evacuating the school.
First responders were sent to the school to ensure safety and investigate the cause of the evacuation. Students and staff remained outside for almost 40 minutes before they were allowed to re-enter.
I was freezing my butt out. It was really cold outside.
Everyone was sent to the Mary Harrison Center, where they stayed until the end of the day.
I was handled very well. Leadership quickly adjusted. We had students, all stakeholders exit the building. Once things settled in, we got students back into the Mary Harrison Auditorium, and we began to allow students to be picked up by their parent or guardian.
We're glad that everyone was safe and that in the end, everything was all right. This is Myjoy DeRoche reporting for WNHS TV.
Fire luckily was fairly anticlimactic despite many trucks of volunteer firefighters from throughout the area being at the scene.
It's good to know everyone here is safe. In other news, a somewhat new yearly tradition for seniors has begun to be talked about throughout the school. Senior Assassin is a water gun game that many seniors compete in outside of the school. The reward, a winner-take-all cash prize. This year, many students have hopes of taking home the money.
Seniors in high school to play a little game called Senior Assassin. Senior Assassin is where seniors get into teams. Every week, a team gets new assignments and has to get kills to continue on. And this year's favorite is Jehovah's Witness.
Our team name for Senior Assassin is Looking for the Hose. There's 5 of us on the team.
Our team name is Senior Snipers, and we have 6 people.
Our strategy is to just hide and then find our people.
By going to watching their sports games and going after their work.
Our team name is Wetganistan, and we have 6 people on the team.
My team name is Soggy Style. There are 4 people on my team. I'm most excited to participate in a big senior tradition and potentially win some money.
What I think I'm most excited for is, I want to just get ready and see who gets out first and just see what happens because it's unpredictable, it's unexpected.
I'm most excited to get people out and spray them with the water gun.
With over $1,000 to win, each team must remember to follow the rules or you and your team will be eliminated. Seniors, remember, you cannot play on CCPS grounds or you will not be able to walk at graduation. Be safe and have fun. This is Connor Ramsey reporting with WNHS TV.
We wish the best of luck to all students participating and would like to remind everyone to stay safe while playing. Don't go anywhere. We have sports and weather updates after the break.
Help! Help! I'm having a heart attack!
Oh my god, how do you know how to do that?
I take biomed.
What's biomed? Biomed? Why didn't you say so? If you want a future career in the medical field, like being a doctor, a nurse, or even an anesthesiologist, this is the class for you.
So how do I join?
Well, good news for you, there's no requirements needed. All you need to do is apply.
Join Biomed today.
You may think court is like Suits or Law and Order. It's not. It's actually about studying late to find that one piece of missing evidence on page 42 of a witness statement. It's about learning how to stay calm when someone grills you and trusting the person sitting next to you. By the time you walk into the courthouse at the end of the year, you won't just be a better speaker. You'll be one of the smartest people in the room. Mock trial. Stop by on Wednesdays in Mr. Barley's room. Let's get to work.
Welcome back to the show. March Madness is in full swing with the Sweet 16 tipping off later on tonight. Hudson, I know you were able to go out and get some student opinions on the tournament, but
Yeah.
I want to know what you think. Who do you think is going to take it all this year?
You know, I like rooting for the lower seeds, but there's not many Cinderellas this year. But, 11 seed Texas, I might have to go with them. Or St. John's, they just kind of got that, I like their vibes, their aura, So St. John's or Texas is
I like
who
the
I
Texas
want.
take. Shout out former executive Logan Pring.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going to have to go with Michigan. I know it's a 1 seed. I know it's boring, but I feel like they're too dominant.
If it's going to be a 1 seed, it's going to be Duke.
Oh, I don't think so.
Arizona.
Let's take a look at what your interviewees had to say.
You might think the craziest thing about March is the weather, but I think it's college basketball. This year's NCAA tournament has many underdogs and favorites, but not all of them seem to be performing to par.
I think Duke will go out quick because they had a terrible game last night.
I'm going to go with a Duke. Everyone's saying great things about them, but they're banged up. The three-point shot's great equalizer, and plus I despise Duke as a Maryland guy, so hopefully Duke.
Every year's March Madness seems to have a Cinderella, whether it be Doug Edert's St. Peter's or Jack Golke's Oakland. This year seems a little bit lackluster in Cinderellas as many of the lower seeds are winning in the round of 64.
I think Akron will go farther than people are thinking, and I think they're going to upset the 5 seed.
I'm going to go with St. Louis. They're, a 9 seed, I think, young guys. They can light it up on offense. Rooting for old St. Louis.
Every team's goal in March is to reach the Final Four and ultimately the NCAA National Championship. There are many favorites this year, including Arizona, last year's winner Florida, and the winner of the previous 2 years, UConn. I'm Hudson Glabitz reporting for WNHS TV.
First game of the Sweet 16 tips off tonight at 7:10, where the 11-seeded Longhorns take on the 2-seeded Purdue Boilermakers.
And now joining us in the studio for an update on the rest of sports is Sean Grievous. Sean?
Thank you. The tennis team started their season strong yesterday, winning 7-2 and starting out the season 1-0. Both the girls and boys lacrosse teams are sitting at 500, both at 1-1. The girls beat McDonough, led by senior Alana Gibson and junior Sammy Crowns. The boys beat Thomas Stone 15-4 with the loss to South River and are led by senior Dylan Wink and sophomore Thomas Zarowski. Softball has started a promising state run, starting the season 3-0, beating Thomas Stone yesterday 26-0. Izzy Hellwig is leading the team with 5 hits. And the team is led by seniors Melody Russell and seniors Brooke and Delaney McCauley. They play McDonough today at McDonough. Baseball is also starting the year strong at 2-1 with wins over DeMatha and Thomas Stone, beating them by a convincing 17-2. They are led by senior pitcher Bryce Boyling, senior shortstop Tony Holson, and sophomore utility player Jet Wagner. They play today at 4:30 at McDonough with Jet on the mound. Last but not least, track had an impressive meet on Tuesday. They are working hard for the next meet. Sophomore Cam Williams won his 200-meter heat.
Sean, thank you.
And now for an update on the weather is WNHS weather reporter Mar Taylor. Mar?
It's 52 degrees out right now with overcast skies. Clouds clear out later this afternoon as highs climb into the upper 70s. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon leading into mostly cloudy conditions tonight. These clouds will lead into rain tomorrow throughout most of the day. The high will remain around 70 tomorrow and actually come down as midnight temps steadily fall all day. The start of your spring break will have clear skies, but temps only in the upper 40s. Temperatures may rebound throughout the week with more storms later rolling in. But for now, let's look at your weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Mar. We'll have to get outside while we can today. And Mar, you were out in the field working on the Le Mans 24-hour race. Tell us a little more about that.
It was definitely like a fun package to do. I've been supporting Le Mans ever since I was
A younger kid, at 10 or 12. It's just been a fun endurance race that I stay up for all day.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Sounds interesting. Let's take a look.
Since 1923, the 24 Hours of Le Mans have been a staple in motorsport history and an event many look forward to in the summer. However, this isn't just like any other NASCAR race you'd see on TV. The 24 Hours of Le Mans is an endurance race that has cars racing around an 8.5-mile track in Le Mans, France for 24 consecutive hours. The track, located in Le Mans, France, gives drivers one goal: drive the most distance in 24 hours. The race cycles through hundreds of cars and contains 3 classes, which they are all divided into. The first class is Hypercar, which is manufacturer teams. Then LMP2 class, which is for racing companies. Finally is the LMGT3 class, which is for both manufacturers and racing teams with road-going versions of their sports cars.
Considering I'm a NASCAR guy, I definitely prefer the 24 Hours of Daytona, but I think they're both great. I think it just depends which you can stay up for. I mean, like, of course, because the Daytona is, on the East Coast, so the time is different, but I would say Daytona for sure.
I feel like Le Mans is more of a struggle. I do like the benefit between oval and street, but I definitely prefer the street more.
I'm definitely going to go with the Lexus RCF because they're kind of like Toyotas by design anyway, so that's what I'll stick with that.
Ferrari mainly because I'm a huge Ferrari fan. Maybe McLaren because I do like their cars, and definitely Porsche. I've been looking forward to it all year since last year. I had to miss it. So
We look forward to seeing the event this summer, and we look forward to covering it when students get back from summer break. This is Mark Taylor reporting for WNHS
Best
TV.
of luck to all the drivers and crew participating in the race, and we, of course, hope for no major accidents. Stay with us after the break. We have much more to talk about.
Why should I join Best Buddies?
You should join Best Buddies because it's a really rewarding experience, and you get to make new friends, and you get to do arts and crafts, and we have parties every couple weeks.
One of the good ones is that you can make some meaningful connections with a lot of students that you usually don't see like on a regular basis, and you make a lot of new friends.
And learn their stories and just make actual connections and help them, and they help you in so many ways.
Join Best
Join
Buddies!
Best Buddies!
You have 30 seconds to tell me why I should join Yearbook or you'll never see this camera again.
I joined Yearbook because I thought it would be fun, and after I started, I really enjoyed being a part of the book.
Yearbook is a way to take part in every activity and really be an active member of the school. My favorite part about Yearbook is that you can talk to different people in different grades and write about them.
You know what? I'm sorry. Yearbook sounds amazing. I'll join immediately.
Welcome back to the show. Many students unwind with video games after school. Students play video games for enjoyment and to briefly escape daily responsibilities. Out of many options, most Northern students prefer the Xbox gaming console, unfortunately. Features like Xbox Game Pass and the promise of future Steam integrations draw many Northern students. These students have a wide variety of what games to play.
What's your name?
Logan Hawkins.
What grade are you in?
12th.
What games do you like to play?
I like to play Mortal Kombat and Apex Legends, and I think Xbox is like one of the best gaming consoles due to their like Game Pass and the diversity of games and stuff.
If you could have any game system, what would it be?
An Xbox. Yeah, we're good.
The underground music scene continues to produce big artists every year. But who is the next big thing to come out of the underground? WNHS reporter Chris Jankowski has student opinions on all of it.
Music is very important to students at Northern High School. They listen to many different kinds of artists. But where do these big artists start? For rap, that's where the underground comes into play.
Anything that's kind of unique and also like unfound of, anything that's has like its own sound to it, I would say.
The underground has many different levels to it, from people who have only 1,000 monthly listeners to the biggest in the underground who are basically mainstream artists.
Biggest artists, probably, I only know the count, Osama Sun, Netspin, Nine Vicious, people like those.
Probably Netspin, because he just dropped a new album.
Because the underground is so vast, people who listen to the music have a variety of different favorite artists.
Probably Temps and Walkside Brown. I listen to their music right now.
Tana. I think his flows are better than a lot of the other artists, and his bars are harder, to be honest.
Between all the different artists, the sounds they bring change over the years. Some people follow the wave, while some still hang on to the past sounds.
I don't like the vamp stuff. I would say probably like Plug and B, I would say, I guess.
Rogella. I like the melodies of it, and I think it sounds more similar to artists that I listen to more frequently.
Overall, the underground is definitely something everyone should check out. You might find something you never would have thought you liked. This is Christopher Jankowski, WNHS TV.
Music is actually fairly big among the students here at Northern, and you can see some glimpses of that with our story.
Another form of media that is not only popular here at Northern, but all across the nation is reality TV. People can't seem to get enough of dating shows like The Bachelor, competition shows like Survivor, and drama shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
My name is Victoria Humphrey with WNHS TV, and today we're going to be exploring reality TV. Whether it's dating shows or competition shows, reality TV influences the way that many of us act, including especially teenagers. Let's see what NHS students and staff have to say about this.
I'd say my favorite reality TV show is probably Love Island. I think people enjoy watching it because it's something fun to do during the summer. It keeps everyone entertained. So,
my favorite reality TV show is Baddies because I think people watch it because they like to watch people fight, and get angry with each other?
It could be both. I think things in reality show, there's a script to everything. However, there are things that may go off script, and you see the true authenticity of reality.
I think, like, as far as Love Island, I think it could be half and half. I don't know. Yeah.
Reality TV has become one of the most popular forms of entertainment, especially among teens. These are designed to keep viewers hooked. But behind the excitement, many people wonder how many of it is authentic. Producers can edit footage, create storylines, and highlight dramatic moments to keep audience waiting. Still, reality TV continues to influence fashion, slang, and the way people interact. At our school, students and staff have plenty to say about the impact these shows have on everyday life.
They probably get influenced by the way, like, the girls are acting and, like, their personalities. They probably take it and try to be like them.
Well, this show, Dynasty Duck, influences because they're millionaires. Their product are worldwide, and everyone's buying their products.
Whether you love it or hate it, reality TV show influences pop culture greatly. This has been Victoria Humphrey with WNHS TV.
I tend to dabble into reality TV from time to time, but I will always remember watching the prime of America's Got Talent growing up.
Our final story of the day will be relatable to most students as spring break is only a few classes away. Many students and faculty have exciting plans for their week-long break. WNHS reporter Bryce Page has more.
After a long period of nonstop schooling, including a plethora of 5-day school weeks, spring break is officially on the horizon. Where will NHS students be going on vacation this year?
I'm going to Lisbon, Portugal. I'm going to visit Ronaldo's island. I'm going to go and see a lot of museums and walk around.
I'm going to Ocean City. I'm going to be hanging out with my friends and walking on the boardwalk.
I'm going to Rehoboth, shopping and going to Jolly Rogers in Ocean City.
Some students enjoy visiting the cobblestone streets of Western Europe's Lisbon, Portugal, while some prefer the sunny beaches of the Eastern Shore. Both are exciting destinations to visit during this year's spring break. A lot of NHS students seem to be visiting some exciting destinations this year. Plenty of students will also be staying home and resting up for the final quarter of the school year. No matter what your plans are, us at WNHS hope you have a great spring break. I'm Bryce Page, reporting with WNHS TV.
What a great note to end it on. I can't wait to walk out of school and step into spring break tomorrow.
I know I'm excited. That's it for this show. Happy opening day to both the Orioles and the Nationals, and enjoy your spring break. Be sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter at NHS Patriot Press to stay updated on all things broadcasting and newspaper. And like and subscribe right here on YouTube at WNHS TV. Have a great day. Work hard. Be kind. Get involved. And as always, proud to be a Patriot.